This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Part of what I do here, part of what I believe to be important work, is to impassion my audience to contact the government, is to pressure our leaders, like Merrick Garland, to do the right thing. Up to this point, you know, if you've watched my content for any amount of time, I have been very highly critical of Merrick Garland and his perceived inaction relative to the attempted overthrow of the United States government. I've been bothered by it. I've been vocal, to say the least. And it looks like action is now being taken. After 2 days ago, the January 6th Select Committee, their hearing involving the fake electors, we are now seeing action. We're seeing raids. We're seeing cell phones being confiscated from Republican chairmen in the state of Nevada. We're seeing subpoenas issued, specifically surrounding the issue of the fake electors. I'm going to read a little bit from this Washington Post article. Actually, let me start with this. This is local news in Las Vegas. Channel 8 CBS affiliate in Las Vegas. FBI seizes Nevada GOP chairman's phone as part of fake elector investigation. FBI agents served a search warrant Wednesday on Nevada's top GOP official, sources told the 8 News Now I-Team's George Knapp. What is with local news and the I-Team investigates? Dun, 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 dun. Just do your job. Agents seized the cell phone of state Republican Chairman Michael McDonald reportedly as part of an investigation into the fake elector scheme initiated at the end of the 2020 presidential election. A second search warrant was issued for State Party Secretary James DeGraffenreid, who also signed the document, but FBI agents could not locate him Wednesday, sources told Knapp. So, they are looking into this. This is what I'm going to read here from this local news. They had a whole bunch more, but then in doing more reading and trying to educate myself on the matter, there's this Washington Post article that not only is communicating what is taking place, but how widespread it is. It's not just Nevada. Reading from the Washington Post, January 6th probe expands with fresh subpoenas in multiple states. Now, these subpoenas, I'm going to read the secondary headline, but these subpoenas are not January 6th committee originating. These subpoenas are a part of the grand jury that the Department of Justice has to investigate these matters. Secondary headline here, recipients of subpoenas include a state party chairman as officials probe deeper into pro-Trump efforts to use invalid electors to thwart Joe Biden's 2020 victory. Federal agents investigating the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol on Wednesday dropped subpoenas on people in multiple locations, widening the probe of how political activists supporting President Donald Trump tried to use invalid electors to thwart Joe Biden's 2020 electoral victory. Agents conducted court-authorized law enforcement activity Wednesday morning at different locations, FBI officials confirmed to the Washington Post. One was the home of Brad Carver, a Georgia lawyer who allegedly signed a document claiming to be a Trump elector. The other was the Virginia home of Thomas Lane, who worked on the Trump campaign's effort in Arizona and New Mexico. The FBI officials did not identify the people associated with those addresses, but public records list each of the locations as the home addresses of the men. Among those who received a subpoena Wednesday was David Schaefer, the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, who served as a Trump elector in the state. People familiar with the investigation said. Schaefer's lawyer, of course, declined to comment. Separately, at least some of the would-be Trump electors in Michigan received subpoenas, according to a person who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss an ongoing investigation. But it was not immediately clear whether that activity was related to the federal probe or the state-level criminal inquiry. Well, if feds aren't going to be doing law enforcement activity surrounding a state investigation, Officials have previously said that the Justice Department and the FBI were examining the issue of false electors whom Trump and others hoped might be approved by state legislators in a last-ditch effort to keep Trump in the White House. Until now, however, those investigation efforts seem to primarily involve talking to people in Republican circles who knew of the scheme and objected. The subpoenas issued Wednesday suggests that the Justice Department is now moving to question at least some of those who allegedly agreed to pursue the effort. A video posted online in 2020 appears to show Lane handing out paperwork for electors at the Arizona Republican Party's December 14th alternate elector signing ceremony in Phoenix. Here are some, see, this is how harebrained the scheme was, which should frighten you, that they almost pulled it off and it was run by dum-dums. Here's a side-by-side of a real slate of electors, the document with the state seal, and here is another. On the left and on the right. Look, this could be the document from which I'm reading, my prep copy for doing the show today. This is just as official as the fake version. What are they going to do next time when they realize, oh, maybe we should make it look more real from a messaging standpoint of the American people? Just because it was run by dum-dums this time, next time they would have had a dry run. They'll know exactly what mistakes they made the first time and they'll correct them. But we've got Michigan here, we've got Georgia here, we've got Arizona here, we've got Nevada here, New Mexico. So my job, holding power to account, I believe it to be part of it, and impassioning you to make the phone calls, to keep the pressure on your state officials, which in turn maybe put pressure on Merrick Garland, is working. Criticism, it isn't always just for criticism. Criticism is to hold power to account. And hopefully, that is working. Now, I hope it's not too late. There are but a few months left before the midterms, and if Republicans take control, who knows? But thankfully, we've got until 2024. We've got until January 20th, 2025, before a new president will be elected, will take office after having been elected the previous November. So hopefully this investigation gets wrapped and will be in its late stages, in a place where it cannot be just called off by a Republican administration. These are all political considerations, but they need to be made because we need to deal with reality on reality's terms. And in this case, it means the possibility, if not likelihood, that a Republican administration will take office. And then there will be a Republican Department of Justice. And let me tell you, not for nothing, but if Merrick Garland does not indict Donald Trump, he's going to use it as a campaign messaging device during the 2024 election. If he is not indicted, if he is not charged, he will say, totally exonerated, totally exonerated. If they had something on me, they would have charged me. They didn't. That means I'm innocent. And where will we be? Where will we be then? What do you think about all of this? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. If I'm your flavor of political commentator, as I want to say often, please consider supporting my work. You can click the join button below this video, become a channel member for $1.99 a month, pennies a day, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. I'm @Dollemore, and I'll see you next time. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. Be genuine. Take care of one another.